What happened in the Super Bowl yesterday? Defense wins championships. I'm going to tell you that right now. I was thinking Kansas City had the upper hand, and normally they do. They are an amazing team. And I knew the Eagles were good, obviously. They got to the Super Bowl, and they have a high-powered offense. They're famous. Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts, who played amazing, by the way. Jalen Hurts especially. But defense is the key. Wins championships. And I didn't realize that Philadelphia had such an amazing defense. I think they were ranked number 2 or number 1 in multiple categories, limiting opponents, shutting people down. And what they proved is, if you can get to Patrick Mahomes, just like if you can get to most normal quarterbacks, or most quarterbacks, you can make them look normal. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is supernatural. That guy can throw and make passes and evade defenses. He is amazing and really fun to watch. Super, super talented. One of the most elite players in the NFL. But if you can get to him, if you can get men in his face and pressuring him and do it routinely, and they did it without a blitz, he looks human, he looks ordinary. And even all of his trickery and all of his skill couldn't bail the Chiefs out of that one. So I'm glad it was decisive. I was concerned about the refs kind of helping the Chiefs like I think they've gotten sometimes throughout the year. And you could see it in the very first drive the Eagles had. They were getting hot, and the ref called that face mask penalty on the Eagles. I'm sorry, yeah, he called it against the Eagles there. And, that all the commentators are like, I don't think they should have called it. Now, and of course, that stopped the Eagles' momentum. That was the very first drive. But the Chiefs couldn't do anything. Eagles got the ball back, began to decimate Mahomes. And sure, they did call kind of a counterweight penalty against the Chiefs in one of their drives. Now, it was not at as critical of a moment. And of course, even though they got the penalty, the Chiefs couldn't overcome it. And of course, the Eagles took over. But I'm glad that it was as decisive a game and win as it could be, so there was no more crap about the officials steering, pushing, favoring. We didn't have to have that in there. Sure, I didn't rejoice that the Chiefs lost. I wanted them to win, thought they would. But I'm glad for Philadelphia. Defense wins championships, and that defense, both the offensive line and the defensive line, empowered their quarterback. Jalen Hurts had all day to make those throws. And if it had been reversed, if Kansas City had a better or stronger offensive line and maybe a better defense, and Patrick Mahomes had all day to make those throws, they would have won the game or could have won the game. So it was interesting to watch on all those levels. Those are my quick reactions to it. Defense wins championships.